Welcome to Brainwreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Blakely K.
And this is the best show on the internet.
Minus one,
unfortunately. Kevin's he's had a week, he's not he's having some problems. His power went out. So we are waiting for his triumphant return.
I'm just sitting in.
I'm
a placeholder.
A placeholder. That's right. And something's peaking, I think. I don't know what's going on. We haven't used this microphone setup in a long time.
Well, so actually, it might be me.
It might be you. Yeah, let's put that.
Hello.
Yeah,
it's been a minute.
It's been a while. But anyway, so we haven't done this show in weeks, it seems like.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
And a lot of that had to do with I went out of town and then I got sick.
Yeah, that was not very fun.
No, it was not a good time. And so when we don't do this show,
mm-hmm.
like this is like my therapy.
Yeah. And you got to get all of it out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like thought and word vomit.
Yeah.
But therapeutically.
Indeed. Yeah. So when we don't do this show,
mm-hmm.
I lose track of time too.
Yeah.
Because the other day I had an extreme panic attack because I was doing something. I'm like, all right, well, I gotta get this set up for May.
Uh-huh.
And then I looked and there's like 3 days of May left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what happened?
It's almost summer, man. I mean, it is summer for some people. Some people have already started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Our kids
soon.
Tomorrow. It's the last day.
Last day of school. Although, one of them was pretty sad about it.
Yeah. I never remember being sad ever about the last day of school. It was always like, hell yeah. I always wanted to recreate that scene from all those movies where like you tear the books
and you
throw the things. But I always feel bad because I'm like, someone's got to pick that up.
Oh yeah. My school did that.
Picked it up?
No, threw their shit everywhere.
Oh yeah.
The last day and like, what is it? E&F wing. It's the only indoor one because we're here in Florida. And like, that's the one where your lockers are. And just like that hallway was like the scenes in movies, just papers everywhere. I did in fact feel bad for the custodian afterwards.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, did it pan to the Native American with a single tear?
I mean, it was all inside and taken care of by the school.
I don't know. Like it always is like if you tear the book, then you have to go pay for it. And then
or if you lost the book, or they said you took the book, but you never actually took the book. I had that happen many times. I'm like, I turned that in. I know I did.
And it's so interesting. We saw a thing the other day where we saw book covers, and we're like, do our kids even know what these are?
Oh yeah, when we were at the thrift store, they had the elasticy like swimsuit material.
Totally.
Ones. Do you remember doing them out of like the paper shopping bags?
Oh yeah, yep.
And then you got to color them. Yep. That was the best part.
And you write math or science or whatever the hell on it. So
I feel like Capella would appreciate that.
Totally. So
you asked me to be on here, and I was like, I don't know, but I did actually go to a show, so I feel not qualified, but knowledgeable enough.
We're gonna get your hot take because, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't been here. So we haven't talked wrestling.
Well, that's the thing. Like I'm not a wrestling fan per se.
Right.
But I feel like I can still do this. I can give my non-fan perspective.
You can give your honest opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always here to give my honest opinion every time.
So we went to the latest edition of Monday Night Raw here in Tampa, Florida.
It was pretty fun.
It was a birthday gift for our son. He's just getting into wrestling.
Free Prime.
And we got free Prime.
Yeah.
Which I would never pay for one.
No,
I'm not supporting that guy.
No, but the sour gummy worm, whatever one, that was delicious.
It was delicious. It's a quality product.
Don't buy it.
But don't buy it.
No.
Don't
say it's a quality product.
I mean, you said it was delicious.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's a quality product. It could be shitty for me and still delicious.
Well, I guess it depends on what the goal is.
Yeah.
I think their goal is to make money. and they didn't do that because we got it for free.
They made money off that.
I mean, I'm sure they did.
Did you see that giant display next to the ring?
Yes.
I thought for sure somebody was going to like fall into that, splash into it.
They usually do.
Like at some point. Because then at one point they brought out like a comically large bottle to set there.
Here, I'm going to do something real quick because this is bugging me. I'm going to turn this off. Ooh. And then we're going to share this mic. How about that?
Oh, sharing mic.
Yeah, we're going to share this mic because I think this is going to be a lot better. At least...
two podcasters, one mic.
Totally.
Yeah. Anyway, they had the comically large Prime bottle, and I was like, for sure somebody's going to just smash into that. Right. It's going to be part of the bit.
And it usually is.
And it didn't. And I was really upset. Capella was also pretty upset because we were waiting for somebody to smash into that.
Well, anyway, yeah. It was...
I digress.
So the boys just getting into wrestling, and it's weird.
No, it's adorable.
Because I'm seeing it from the other side. Mm-hmm. Like, I know what it's like to be a little kid and have your favorite and to look up to them and want to do the
you were having a bit of an existential crisis early about it.
Because it's like it's like it's Twilight zoning because I'm seeing a little me.
Well, I think it's like you're questioning whether your decision is correct, but like, is it even your decision?
Well, here's the moral quandary, right? Is that, does the boy actually like wrestling, or does he like wrestling because he knows that I was a wrestler, and thusly he feels like liking wrestling is a way to get approval from me, but he doesn't need to do that. He already has my approval, but he doesn't know that. So he may think that going into wrestling because I was a wrestler is a way to win my love, but it doesn't have to do that. And I don't know what's real.
Nothing's real.
And I just don't want to be that parent that's like, you have to like what I do and you have to worship what I enjoy.
You don't want to be a Christian nationalist, Bear?
Not particularly. No.
Okay.
So
I feel like you're good. I think he's just, he would not like it as much if it was forced upon him. I mean, it's not forced upon him anyways, but like.
No, in fact, I tried very hard not to, to let him see it.
That would be, yep. Mm-hmm.
And of course, like, because it was inevitable.
Safety number one. And when your child starts doing wrestling moves on the cat,
it's not safe.
No.
Not that it says, do not try this at home.
Yeah.
Like, they should listen.
That's not how that works, though.
Oh, don't I know it? We had a trampoline.
That's why we're not getting a trampoline.
No, we're not getting a trampoline. That and the homeowner's insurance goes up, I believe.
That's if you tell them about it.
Well, no. Well, if you have the HOA spy kit.
Oh, the HOA spy kit.
Yeah,
okay,
totally.
If your HOA head of the board has a drone and flies it around,
flies it over and sees the trampoline, and they're calling the insurance company.
No, our HOA doesn't do shit.
That's true.
We're struggling to get a tree taken down.
That's very true. So he's into wrestling. Mm-hmm. We surprise him with tickets to Monday Night Raw. And these tickets, folks.
He yeeted all over the place.
I mean, he yeeted.
That's all he wanted to do.
But getting these tickets was a struggle.
Yeah, you were.
Okay, so I had this idea to do this for him. Mm-hmm. And at the time, tickets were still retail price.
Right.
So I was like, hot diggity damn. But of course, us being, lower mid class, like we're paycheck to paycheck, folks. So I had to wait till Friday.
We're here with the rest of 60% of America.
Totally. I had to wait till Friday to do the thing. And by the time Friday came, tickets were gone. It's gone.
Scalpers.
All scalpers. Everybody came in with the freights and just took all the tickets. And so
I love how we just still like call back to our Christmas radio
it's part
play
of our,
as if like it has anything to do with anything.
It's part of our existence.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go on all the secondhand sites to see who had the better deal. Your Seat Geeks, your Vid Ticks.
Okay, I don't know what
Game Time Ticks. Like I had them all up. Like I was like
pit and two pig guys against each other.
I was trying.
Okay.
I was trying. And the thing is, like, it would fluctuate
it's like
day
flights.
in and day out. It was exactly like flights.
Okay.
It was exactly like flights. So I was like on a Wednesday.
But is baggage included?
Oh, it depends. Because here's the fucked up thing. They have a specific button that says, click this button if you want to see the full price with all the fees included.
What?
And it's like, yeah, of course. Like, who wants to see the fake lower price when you could click a button and see the real price? Like, just put the fucking real price on there. Like, wow. Why are we playing games?
Could you imagine it?
No, well,
people
I could.
Telling you
Jesus, I'm so worked up.
Yeah, you are. So it was a saga to get the tickets.
It was a saga to get the tickets, and scored a last minute deal. Great seats.
One day he's like, we're not doing it. The next day he's like, we're doing it.
Yeah.
And then the next day he's like, we can't do it yet.
Well, I had an epiphany. Yeah. You know, so we go to yoga. You know, and
we get some meditation.
Do the Shavasana. Mm-hmm. And when we were there meditating, I had this rush of like
during the singing bowls.
During the singing bowls. Singing bowls fuck you up.
I mean, you can't knock them till you try them.
Yeah, they're amazing.
I want some for Christmas.
They're expensive. Mm-hmm. So I had this realization about
Does it work on yourself?
Can you singing bowl yourself?
Yeah.
We got to ask Marie.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah, totally.
Sorry.
So
you had epiphany.
I had an epiphany, and it's like the old school epiphany of like, you know, you gotta enjoy the moments while you have them, and he's only gonna be this age, this one time, and this could be a big thing, and it could be a life memory, you know, one of them fucking blue
core
orbs
memories
that they put in Inside Out. Like,
well, it depends on what the emotion is. They're not always blue. The blue's the sad one.
Right.
The core memories are just glowy ones.
Yeah. Whatever.
And they go down into the tree or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's a core memory tree thing.
Yeah.
Wrestling ring. I don't know. But, I mean, there was Hockey Island. Could be Wrestling Island, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
So I was like, okay, fuck it.
Judo
like,
Island.
I mean, that's what he's doing now. But,
yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. This is important, damn it.
Yeah.
So I got the tickets.
And you want to do it too.
Well, yeah, and then, you know,
it's for everybody.
It's for everybody. Like we went as a family.
Capella enjoys it.
Everybody enjoys it.
Yeah,
everybody had a great time.
Yeah.
So we have great seats. We're on hard cam side.
Heck yeah! Our daughter got to walk next to the giant cameras, and she's just like, "Oh, it looks like a bazooka."
Yeah, like she's taking TV production, seeing like professional cameras and all that shit.
She's pretty stoked about
that. And we hyped it up for it. Like, it's a TV show. Like, you're gonna see a whole production. Now, I will say, it wasn't their typical production.
No,
there was no stage.
Mm-mm.
There was just a hole everybody came out of, which was kind of disappointing.
Well, it was fine.
I mean, to them, like to the kids, like they didn't. It was the perfect show for them. Like, they didn't see anything wrong. They didn't see any of the glitches. Everybody had a wonderful time.
We didn't have to hear announcers.
We didn't have to hear Michael Cole.
That was me and Capella's like favorite part of the whole thing.
Totally.
And I got to announce for Capella.
Oh, you were doing commentary?
Yeah.
Okay.
She says I'm way better.
I mean, I would agree.
Friend guys.
Yeah, I mean, there was so much friendship going on in the show.
So much friendship.
So many people were making buddies and having saves, and so you guys really enjoyed that. Yeah. You enjoyed the friendships.
I used to fuck with you and call them all super friend guys and tell you that they were gonna hug and be best friends.
And they did on this show.
I know, and it came a reality this time.
Yeah, like, and then. Well, and that's why I say it's like this show was like the perfect show for us.
It was because very family and
friends. Things that we enjoy. Like Tom Segura was on the show.
Yeah, Tom and Bert was,
and we're
great.
Big fans. So like,
was not expecting
that, and it was just one thing played into another thing, and the show itself was a pretty darn good show. Like, I watched the week before's Raw.
Okay, I obviously didn't watch anything other than the show I was at.
If we got that show,
yeah,
I would have been very disappointed.
Oh.
So this was a very good show. Those opening promos, are death fucking live. They fucking suck and are super hard to sit through.
Yeah,
and I mean, maybe it's just because we were kind of in the nosebleeds, and so we weren't we didn't feel like we were interacting with the performers probably as much as like the lower level people felt like they were interacting with them. But like
Capella was pretty stoked she got to see the Penguin guy.
The Penguin, yeah. Paul Heyman is now the Penguin.
Yeah. She's like, he just talks like him too.
That's true. That's true.
I'm like, well, that's like his character. So
yeah, it's basically his character. And so the opening promo was death, and I was praying, I'm like, somebody do a run-in. Like anybody come stop this. But it was just a heavy heat intro of them introducing the new group and the guy who debuted 2 days earlier.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know that I was actually paying attention. I'm gonna be real.
That's fine. You I mean, you're just
other than making fun of the Penguin and stuff like that.
Yeah. And so booked on the show were 2 Money in the Bank qualifying matches that were triple threats.
Oh, I had a question about that.
Yes.
Wasn't there supposed to be 3 briefcases?
No.
Why? How?
There's a men's and a women's.
Oh, okay. All right. I was confused because it like showed 2 sets of people for the guys and then it showed the girls and I was confused.
Yeah. So they do 2 matches, 1 men, 1 women. And
no, but there was 2 men's. There was John Cena and Fuckface, and then the other guy, Uso, and who's the other ones?
Yeah, I mean, there's other matches happening on the show.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like on the Jumbotron thing, it was like these people are going for the Money in the Bank thing, and then there was like 2 sets of dudes and 1 set of chicks.
Right. So there's the Money in the Bank match, which is the big ladder match for the briefcase.
Okay.
But then there's other matches on the show. So what they were also advertising was John Cena and Logan Paul versus
no, don't say his name.
Versus Jey Uso and Sammy, I think. I don't remember. Oh, CM Punk. That's who it was. Yeah.
I don't know, but I was confused because I was like, oh, that's like 2 guys matches for it and the girls match, and I was like, is there supposed to be 3 briefcases? But no. I guess I just didn't understand. They were just promoting the show in general.
Yes, it was just for promotion. But there were qualifying matches for that, and so the first match on the show was a 3-way, and there was a triple threat. There were a lot of triple threat matches on the show, which was very confusing.
It was fun though, which is like fun. It's fun for kids and people that don't know what's going on, like me. So like I enjoyed that, and like it was silly and fun.
Yeah,
and like that's always entertaining. I'm sorry, like I know there's some great technical matches out there, but give me some silly tags.
There was a lot of
give me some silly tags.
There was some silliness on the show.
I enjoy that. I it's not all serious.
Take it down a notch, everybody.
Sometimes you just need some silly tags.
That's true. So we saw Penta, and the boys big on Penta.
The whole crowd seemed to be pretty big on Penta.
Yeah, he's pretty over right now.
Yep.
Versus Chad Gable and Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
Now I thought it was very interesting because Dragon Lee they're not really doing anything with.
Okay.
And the other 2 they are, but they gave Dragon Lee the last entrance, which is usually the highlighted entrance.
Okay.
So I thought that was very interesing, and I thought maybe
they're going to do something with him.
They might have done something with him, but
I thought it was cool. They both had masks with dragons on them, and I was like, are they like going to be a thing together at some point? Maybe they're gearing up for that.
Who knows? Who knows?
Because like, I don't know.
They just bought AAA, which is the major promotion down in Mexico.
Yeah, it saw the little package on the Jumbotron.
Right, and which is why that guy was interfering with Chad Gable at the end of the match.
Okay.
He's from AAA.
Okay.
And they're promoting a match together.
Right.
But I don't know if you noticed while it happened, there was a spot where Chad Gable almost broke his neck.
No.
So I noticed it when it happened, and I was like, oh my, we just saw somebody die.
Okay.
Like when it happened, I'm just like, oh my God, he is paralyzed for life.
What part was that?
So it was a double move where Penta had a guy on his back.
Yep.
And then Chad came in and he was going to give him a pile driver and a move to the guy at the same time.
When they were all like doing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And Chad had his head back and Penta kind of slipped and he went down forehead first right into the mat. It was nasty.
Well, I'm glad nobody died.
Yeah.
That would have like really killed the vibe.
It was ugly. And
yeah, I don't know that. I mean, it's got to be pretty egregious for me to notice it sometimes. And sometimes I'm like, just don't do that in general. But
well, in the previous week was the week the girl with the leg injury happened, which was also disgusting and gross. So it's like, guys, settle the fuck down.
Safety
first, okay? Like more haha. Give us more haha. But a hell of a match. Unbelievable match. It was very, very good. And Penta got the win, going on to the Money in the Bank.
Yep.
Then there was a few other matches that they made on the spot too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like they had Liv Morgan. Yep. She had a match.
She did.
That was made that night, her returning match. And
we helped the crowd along with that one.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you?
What do you mean? Like the crowd wasn't really into it until we got into it.
Oh, is that what happened?
Capella.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Obviously.
So you're taking credit?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
We made that happen.
Sure. I mean, you're just as responsible as anybody else in that arena.
Yeah,
so like,
yeah, exactly.
It was all you, and you were wonderful.
I know.
I don't know.
I know. We were really hyping the crowd. Not for Liv though.
Not for Liv?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. You wanted the bird lady?
The bird lady?
Was it the bird lady?
No.
No, it wasn't the bird lady. Who was it?
The other lady. The New Japan lady.
Oh, that's right. Kairi Sane.
Yeah.
And so you were hyping people up for Kairi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And at the end, everybody cheered. So they got on board. They figured it out at the end.
Right.
Because in the entrance, everybody cheered Liv.
Well, she was coming back. So like,
yeah, fuck that.
Whenever anybody comes back, whether they're good or bad, they get the big pop because they're seeing an event. They're seeing.
I think it had to do with me.
Oh, okay. Sure. I cannot prove you wrong.
No.
So
it was all me, and I was wonderful,
That's
just
right.
like you said.
That's right. That match was sloppy as hell, though.
Well,
like I was very surprised at that match. There was.
Where'd she go?
Where did she go?
Yeah.
She was filming something.
Oh, she wasn't hurt.
No. She was off doing a project or something like that.
Oh.
And but yeah, it was very sloppy.
Was that the thing with the weird chicken nuggies little thing on the TV?
The backstage skit.
Yeah.
What I found shocking.
Capella was like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "I'm not sure."
That's what I found shocking is that in the arena, you cannot hear anything that is happening.
Like you could kind of understand it sort of, but I'm also like, what is this? This isn't Days of Our Lives.
Well, those segments with the Judgment Day are sometimes the highlight of the show. Okay. They're usually done really, really well. And I was bummed because I could not understand anything that they were saying or what was happening. Either segment, because they did one before the match and then they did another one after Liv lost. They did another backstage segment, and both times could not hear.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a second
what was happening.
I just saw the first one with the platter of chicken nuggies, and they were playing a game or whatever.
Yeah, and usually in those segments, there's a lot of hidden things, like in the background, like references to other things, or sometimes when they're playing the game, that's like foreshadowing something that's going to happen later in the night.
Okay,
and you can't pick up on any of that stuff. When actually
it's not for the in-person people.
Not at all.
Well, yeah, I was like, I don't really know what the deal is with that because Capella's like, "What's this?" And I'm just like, backstory.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
story setup.
Drama.
It's drama. Very good.
Indeed.
And the next, the tag team match happened as well for the tag team titles.
Also fun.
Which was very fun.
Yep.
Very fun. They did a fun spot where one of the Viking guys did the splash into the LED board.
Yep.
And then they threw up the static and stuff.
It looked like it was Capella's like, "Man, those are expensive." And I'm like, "Got you." I was like, "I think that's an effect." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's an effect. They did a good job with it though." She's like, "Whoa."
It's all magic, folks. That's right.
Yeah, I did. I thought that was pretty fun too.
Mm-hmm.
I had Bert being on there because, like,
yeah, that's where they were.
That was pretty fun.
Very, very good.
I really enjoy that. Like, they weren't actually in the crowd there at that point. They just ushered them in to do the little spot.
Oh, yeah,
next to them, as if they were there the whole time.
Yep. No, that.
Also, where's Christina?
She's with the kids.
No, she gets to come to do fun things too.
Well, yeah, but like she's been through a lot, Like
maybe she wants to go have fun.
I mean, maybe she does. I don't know.
Why are you?
I don't know the situation. I'm not. I'm not talking for anybody. I'm barely talking for me.
You're doing great.
But that was a great match.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great match. I can't. There's nothing that really like stood out that I can remember off the top of my head, other than that spot of the board. And boy, like that one the one Viking guy, so big but yet so agile.
Yeah, he flew from the top rope. I was like, whoa,
guy's talented.
That's a lot of momentum
and meat.
Yeah. Some flying mass.
Yes, indeed. A lot of atoms involved.
Okay.
But good match, and New Day retained the titles, which was pretty much expected, I thought.
Yeah. And I know they're bad guys, but like, I still want to cheer them.
Right.
Like, I can't help it.
So
I feel like the crowd sort of felt like that too.
That they wanted to cheer the New Day.
So yeah, every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, every once in a while.
But like, then they got on board with booing. It was a love-hate relationship.
Mm-hmm. And so before we get to the last match, I want to talk a little bit about the merchandise.
Yeah.
Because
there was a carny fuck working the merchandise.
Yeah, there was.
Trying to take some of the wool off the top.
Yes, there was. So all night long, the merchandise line was crazy.
It was definitely like a couple of double backs when we first walked in.
Totally. And what I thought was really interesting was how little merchandise there actually was.
Yeah, there was really like a t-shirt for each of the main people and a couple of other random things, but
yeah, it surprised. Yeet. Okay, maybe I don't know if his internet's back or if he's just using his phone. But
are you here, Papa? Can you hear me?
But the merchandise really surprised me because there was really only merchandise for Cody, who wasn't on the show.
Yeah, which Capella was very excited about.
John Cena, who wasn't on the show. Stone Cold Steve Austin, who the fuck wasn't on the show.
Definitely.
Why is he? And people were buying his shit. So I don't get it. I don't understand. But if you, in 2025, when there's like maybe 6 people represented in the merch stand, fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin is one of them.
Still guys,
unbelievable.
316 or whatever the hell it is.
Yep. And then there was Jey Uso, who had a ton of shit. Rhea had a shirt. Becky had a shirt. And Penta had a shirt. And that was, and Karrion Kross had a shirt.
I didn't see that.
He had a shirt up there too. But nobody else. I'm like, what about the little man? Like,
you gotta go online.
Yeah, I guess, but like, geez, like that's
there
really
should have
been
cut like a shirt for everybody that was on the show.
You would think.
And I mean, I guess you can have some extra ones for the people that aren't on the show that are big too, but
they didn't even have a Liv Morgan shirt, and she was returning on the show. Like, she's super popular.
A missed opportunity with the crowd reaction for sure.
And so the boy's really into the Jey Uso. He really likes the yeeting.
That he is.
And so, I spent a lot of money on these tickets. I didn't have any money getting any merch or anything like that. So I said, buddy, if you've got money, saved up.
He's got money from Christmas and his
Christmas, Tooth Fairy, whatever. Bring your money. Because, like,
the tickets are the present.
Tickets are the present, man. If you want a hot dog, you gotta go buy your own hot dog.
We ate before we went.
I'm just saying. I can't buy a hot dog.
Although that fried chicken smell was calling
me. It was...
Second I walked out that door, I was like, fuck merch. I want chicken. Does it come in a sweet WWE basket?
Yeah, can I get a souvenir?
Souvenir fried chicken bucket? Yes. That seems like something they would do. And it would have a red, white, and blue flag on it.
Yeah.
America's fried chicken.
Cody's shitty tattoo fucking thing or whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah, just the tattoo series of fried chicken buckets.
Totally. Yeah.
We're making him money. Anyways.
So
he brought his money.
And of course his money is cash. Like he didn't.
And there's like $5 in pennies and nickels and dimes.
And I said, buddy, listen, like and he's counting out his pennies, nickels, and dimes. He's so excited. And I said, Bergman comes in. All right, time for fun, guys. How many Liv Morgan shirts are available on WWE store for purchase?
Ooh,
I'm gonna say 3.
6.
Hey! He made it.
Oh man. What a day.
You're having a time, sir.
I'm having a day. I'm having a week.
You're having a week.
Did they say what happened? Why did your power go out? Or
I don't know.
No? Is it not a storm or something?
I mean, we got some rain.
Oh.
I don't think your mic's on, fella. Just so you know.
Oh no.
Like, wait. I think it's on the other mic.
Wait. How about now? Is this good?
Hello?
I mean, it's the same.
I don't know. I can hear you.
I mean, we can hear you. I'm just saying it's not your usual gimmick.
Good.
No, it's the other mic.
All right, hang on. I'll come back.
Shit.
So, okay. But anyway.
Take 2.
Yeah, Bergman, how many shirts you got available? Let us know.
I said 6. Which is 6? An excessive amount.
That's a lot of shirts.
Well, he's saying it like it's an excessive amount, so
or it's none. It's either high or low.
Why would
I don't think Bergman would bring this up if it was like, oh, she's got like 2.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe he would. I don't know.
It's a great question.
I really hope it's like 17. Because that would be absurd.
This is like Price is Right.
Totally. $1 Bob.
Ba, 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 ba.
Holy shit!
I was 10 short.
I was so close with the 17. I went over though. So fuck.
$1 Bob.
$1 Bob. Oh, that's not one in the arena. Not a goddamn one for sale.
And you thought 6 was high.
I thought 6 was really high. But so we get up there and the boys, so actually before that, so he's back home and he's counting his money and he's counting his nickels and he's counting his dimes and his pennies. And I'm like, buddy, do not bring that. Okay.
Right. We just the paper money. Kid.
Just the paper money. Because
so he ended up having like 20, right? In paper money.
He had $21 and he was gonna have like $5 or $6. And I was like, buddy, I'll spot you if it comes to $5 or $6. Like, do not bring that. Right.
We're not counting out pennies at the merch stand with a line
totally
to the door.
So we get up so it's during the Becky Lynch Valkyrie exchange. We're like, I don't give a shit about
Bird
this
hugs.
at all. Bird hugs all around. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go to the merch.
You didn't miss anything.
No, I know. Oh, hold on. The man's back. Oh, there we go.
Is it better?
Oh, it's better.
Oh, okay.
Take 2.
There you go.
He's here.
Unplug it and then plug it back in and then unplug it and then plug it back in.
Yeah.
There you go.
And it worked.
Do you know Liv Morgan has 16 shirts?
16?
16 shirts.
How?
It's too many shirts.
I don't know. Not one in the fucking arena. What? I'll tell you that much.
Oh.
There
he is.
I got it. Yeah.
Yay.
Wait. So I don't want to step on y'all's story.
I was gonna say, have you been listening to the dude's story?
I have been here in and out for maybe 5-10 minutes.
Okay. So we're talking about the merch stand.
We're talking about
the merch stand situation is carny as fuck.
Oh, it's carny as fuck.
It's about to get carny.
You're about to hear a tale. So
I love tales.
So to kind of catch Kevin up and catch everybody up, we bought the tickets. That was the gift. The boy's got to bring his own money if he wants anything. Yeah. He's got like $21 ish, and he was counting out his nickels, dimes, and pennies. I'm like, buddy, do not bring that.
Oh, their piggy bank full of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course he's got
it's money.
But he's got like $7 in like in loose change.
And he's like, I want to bring this. And we're like, we'll
spot you. We'll spot you. Do not bring that, right? And so it's during a Becky Lynch promo. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this.
No, you really didn't miss much of anything during that.
Yeah.
So I bring him down there and he's looking at, all the stuff that's there. And I'm like, all right, buddy. So like, what do you like? And he's like, everything's so expensive.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah.
It's so stupid.
It's so
Show
stupid.
prices.
And I'm like, okay, I understand that. Like, but what do you see that you like? And like, he likes the Jey Uso,
of course. Right?
And so he sees the Jey Uso sunglasses that are for sale, and they're $30. And he's got 21 or whatever.
Some fucking sunglasses.
And they're not even the sunglasses that homie wears to the ring.
No,
like because he writes Yeet on his glasses, but they don't sell glasses with Yeet on them. They have a small printed Yeet up in the corner so that no kid fucking trips and dies when he wears the fucking thing.
Yeah.
You can't see out of them.
It is probably a safety hazard.
It's definitely a hazard.
But also, come on, like technology's there. You can make.
Right. My dad wore fucking sunglasses with Buffalo Bills logos that filled the whole fucking lens, and we can't figure out Yeet.
Yeah.
I mean, the technology is there.
It's there. Come on, guys. Let's do it. So
he wanted the glasses.
They were $30. And then he saw that they had the Jey Uso arm sleeves for $20. So he could afford that.
So like, what's the deal with the arm sleeves? Like, what are those for something?
They're compression sleeves.
Yeah.
But like, what does that do? Is it like
compresses the muscles? Like I've got compression sleeves on my knees right now.
Oh, okay. So it's for your joints.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and when you go to like Irish whip somebody, you got something to grab.
Yeah.
There's that too.
Gets sweaty.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if there was an actual thing other than the sweet style of wearing arm sleeves.
Oh, it's like 100% cosmetic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But also,
there's small benefits.
There are, benefits to it.
Minimal benefits. Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like Botox.
Anyways, he wanted the dang sleeves.
He wanted the dang sleeves, and so, but he also saw the toy belt.
Yep.
And which, like, kayfabe, he's getting that later on in life. So, that's coming his way.
Next
week. So, but that's 30 as well.
Yeah.
So he's like, I want the belt. And I'm like, well, bud, you can't really afford that.
It's a great life lesson, though.
It really is.
It really is.
Save it, Yeah. And I go, and then he goes, all right, well, I like the sunglasses too. And I'm like, all right, well, maybe I'll help him out with the sunglasses, even though they're not really the thing or whatever. The two people before us bought the last ones.
Oh,
sucks.
And so he's like, I guess I'll get the arm sleeves because like that's the only thing he can afford. So he goes up there.
He was still pretty stoked about
it. And Bubba is working the fucking gimmick, right?
Yeah.
And I go up there and I go, one Jey Uso arm sleeve.
Well, no, it's two, but
it's a 2-pack, but like
the
one
sleeves.
One of those kind sir. And so he rings it up and it's $21.50 or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And so the boy, he's got his fanny pack and he's got his wallet. And so he unzips his fanny pack and he pulls out his wallet and he opens it up and a mountain of change falls and hits the floor in front of this guy. And I'm like, buddy, I told you.
No change, dude.
I told you I would spot you.
Yeah.
And so he's down there like scrambling to pick up his change in a fucking arena.
He's kind of obsessed with change.
In a merchandise line. And I'm looking at the guy like, oh, well, fuck me, dude. Like, what the fuck? And while he's doing this, I just go, you guys take cash, right? And he looks around and he goes, it's $25 for cash. And I go, really?
Because usually it's cheaper for cash.
It's usually,
because there's a charge on cards.
Yeah.
Bubba wanted to pocket $5.
from the child that's trying to count his change in the arena.
And I was just like, what the fuck, dude? And so I was like, don't worry, but and I put it, put on my card kind of thing and got it for him. And I was like, dude, I told you not to bring the fucking change. Like, what the fuck?
He really wanted to make sure he got his souvenir.
He really wanted a souvenir.
Mean, it's legal tender.
It is, but it's a fucking hot mess to try to count out like $7 worth of. You should have made him do it.
Well, apparently we can pay in gold and silver.
Yeah,
now.
I was gonna say you guys can pay in gold and silver now.
Yeah.
Do I have to pre-smelt it?
Maybe, I don't know.
Or can I just give them a handful of old broken jewelry?
I was gonna say that, or like start pulling out some of your fillings. And,
right? Yeah.
What's that? $25? There you go. That's worth at least 23.
You get a molar and change,
right?
Let me weigh this out. Gotta test it.
It's funny too because Christy and I were talking about that because, like, as we were talking about y'all going to the show, the one thing we were, reflecting on was when we went to the Rumble in San Antonio, and I was trying to get like some shirts for my nephew,
right?
And I walk up, I was like, "Oh, do you have that in like a kid size?" So like, "No, we don't carry kid sizes." I was like, "Okay, do you have that in a small?" They're like, "We don't carry small." I'm like, what do you mean you don't carry small? Do you not see the cavalcade of children?
This is still
running
a children's
around?
product.
Like it's very much like Jey Uso is over with the kids.
Yeah,
brother, you don't have to tell me.
Don't have a single child's shirt here.
It was a very family-friendly show we went to, and
it was
not.
It was. I mean, mine is Chad Gable almost breaking his neck.
Yeah, almost dying.
You can't plan for that.
No, that's true. But I will say, so he got his armbands, and they're way too big for him.
He didn't care though.
But he did not give a
all
shit.
Over the place with them.
We got, and I told you before the show, because I told you how much I paid for these fucking things. Like this was, it was not cheap. And I said, Jey motherfucking Uso better come out here and do 7 fucking yeeting entrances and the whole fucking thing, because if he doesn't show up to this fucking show, I want a refund.
Yeah.
And the entire car ride, Revan's like, I'm gonna get him to yeet again and again, and he's just gonna do it again.
Yes. And so and I was like, I hope he's there. And then when they did the Raw Open and it showed him arriving, I was like, okay, I can enjoy the show now. Yeah. I can enjoy the show now because I know he's at least doing a run-in at the very least, right?
Yeah.
And so when he does his entrance, it is magic.
Yeah.
To be there in person with a little dude who this is his guy, and he got to do the thing that he wanted to do. And not only did he do that, but they did the rollback. And they did it a second time, which he was solely responsible for.
It was again, like him.
He put that energy out there,
and it happened.
And so did the 5 other children that were around us that were also insanely into all of the yeeting.
All the yeeting.
There was multiple children with the yeet signs, and
we were counting how many different colored yeet shirts we could see in the lower and it was more than one hand of different colored yeet shirts.
Well, it's the whole John Cena thing.
Yeah.
Like every 3 months he had a new colored shirt.
Yep.
With a new logo.
Yep.
And now that he's doing his heel run retirement tour, he's got the same amount of shirts coming out, even though he's the bad guy who's ruining pro wrestling, but he's still going to sell a shitload of shirts. That's the hook that they need to be doing is like with these colorful characters and these kid-friendly characters, make different colors every couple of months
and sell them in children's shirts
and sell them in children's size.
The thing is, just about every kid we saw was in a Yeet Jey Uso shirt.
Yeah,
almost all of them.
Yeah. And
there was a couple of Cena ones, but for the most part, it was.
Jey Uso way outmatched Cena in just looking around.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't even close. But when you watch the Yeeting entrance on TV, you're like, wow, that is something.
Yeah.
But when you're there in person and it happens, you're like, this is an energy that's like so real and raw that it's kind of awe-inspiring.
And it's kid energy.
And it's kid energy.
You can't
and like
deny that.
My teen fucking daughter
was
yeeting the shit out of everyone.
She couldn't care less.
And she could not care less.
I mean, about him specifically. She did have a good time.
She had a
right.
And then the promo happened, though.
The Seth Rollins promo?
No. Oh. The Jey Uso promo.
Oh.
It could have been way worse.
It could have been worse.
It could have been.
But I don't understand. I don't understand how he is who he is. He's been in the business for as long as he's been in the business. And homie can't improv a line to save his life. It's wild.
I've noticed that a lot too lately. And the only thing that I can come up with is there has to be some disconnect between like who he is and the person he's trying to portray. Yeah. I mean, like the whole Yeet thing and that all seems very natural to him because he was doing that before the whole Yeet thing even took off.
Yeah.
Like that was just his entrance.
I don't think he realizes he can be silly.
I think he's almost trying to be too serious. Yeah. He's trying to be too serious on the mic as opposed to just being
goofy,
wild,
and that's what the kids like. You just yeeted in somebody's interview, do that. Be silly. It doesn't have to make sense, and you can tell by the long pauses he's really thinking about what he needs to say when he should just be talking.
Like he clearly forgot his lines.
Clearly. Well, and from like the types of like promos that he's been giving, I'm almost wondering if they're trying to make him sort of this like passionate underdog heel, hometown kid does good, and have it really be like he's coming from like an emotional place as opposed to like I'm here to have a good time. I'm a champion. We got the crowd all energetic, all this, that, and the other thing, and he's trying to be like he's trying to promo too seriously. When like he should just go out there and be like Randy Savage.
Oh yeah.
Just
I am
rambling.
That would get so over.
The thing he does where he does a line and everybody does the yeet, kind of like the what thing, that works. Stick with that. Don't break that. But when he breaks it, he dies. Like it's terrible. Stay with the rhythm.
He's like trying to say more because he's remembering the things he's supposed to say to put the character that everybody else says he is over, but not. That's not what we want.
Analysis. This is wonderful.
What?
You're doing great.
I didn't do anything.
Like, hey, I'm going to tell you something right now. Blakely knows what's up.
I do.
You do. Oh no, you do because and Christy too. Like anytime we're sitting there watching wrestling, like I'll just like yell at the TV or just like say something under my breath, and she's just playing the Switch, and she's just like, yeah, and like kind of like reiterating. And I'm like, do you know like what's she's like, yes, I know what's happening. You talk about it all the time.
I guess that's true. It's
like, I know what's going on.
We watch a wrestling show.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I thought you were just hanging out.
I mean,
it's both.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can't help but pick it up. You know, it's like when you were watching Supernatural for a while. Like I would get bits and pieces, and I'd be like, okay, like I get.
Yeah.
You made me start watching that. You were watching it. You watched the first episode because you were like,
I was researching a monster.
Yeah, where you were researching something. So you had to like watch an episode because you pulled it up.
Yeah.
And like I watched the first couple of episodes and I just kept watching it and you stopped watching it.
Yeah, because I was writing my thing.
I still didn't watch the last season, but
no. It jumped the shark after season 5.
I mean, I would agree with that, but
Who knew you were going to get some supernatural talk here tonight?
I know.
Right?
It's a great show.
Go deep in everything. But yeah, like he definitely needs to get away from the trying to cut a serious promo.
Bring back the silly.
Because it also that holds him back from standing out too.
Yeah.
Because it's like and this is a very common trope that a lot of wrestlers have, especially on the indies, is they all try to portray this same sort of persona.
Yeah, there's like a go-to like 5. Like that you like right off the top of your head. It's like I'm the super wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm like the underdog babyface guy. I'm the super dick heel guy. I'm the big guy. You know, I'm the little like everybody does the same shit.
He had something and he's got something that's working.
I mean, it's selling merchandise like a motherfucker.
He just needs to rekindle the silliness that got him there in the first
place.
Well,
that's what I was saying. You asked where the whole Yeet thing came from, and I told her about the drunk
promo.
Promo press conference, and I'm just like, so like, and it made him a million gazillionaire.
And that's the thing. It seems like anytime he doesn't take himself seriously, something silly happens, and it works out in his favor.
Right? Exactly.
And he's sitting there trying to remember lines, and it's not working out. Like
you know what he needs? Silly money. It's a
drugs.
Money. What? No.
No, after WrestleMania?
No.
I
was gonna say, you know what he needs? Confetti cannon.
Ooh. We were talking about t-shirt cannons.
Okay.
When we were there, but we were like prime cannons.
Who the fuck I think it was it Kairi Sane who came out and she started throwing shit? I'm like, is Johnny bad?
Oh yeah,
because
she throws the coins.
Yeah,
because she's a pirate.
Oh,
that's her
gimmick. Is that what she's doing?
Yeah, she's a pirate.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't you can't see, but we were pretty high up. But I saw something and I was like, I was like,
oh man, she's big fan of Mark Marrow.
That was the other thing. Me and Capella were like, all these people and like. You have the ability to do some fun characters, and you're just going to come out as like plain Joe Schmo.
It's a very tired trope these days,
right? And I'm like, she came out like that, throwing confetti with the crazy coat, and I was like, that's how you do it. Or the guys with the masks, the luchas. I'm like, have some fucking fun with your character. Yeah. Like you can be a serious wrestler and still have a fun character.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I think that's something that a lot of wrestlers today are still missing.
Yeah,
because like especially like over in AEW, you got a lot of guys that look exactly like me, all doing the same gimmick, like black shirt, bald head, beard, super serious, trying to portray that I'm a badass, and it's like, come on.
Yeah, everybody wants to be a badass, but everybody loves the silly person.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
Exactly. So then we had, so we'll close out the show. There was the main event, which was the triple threat match for the Money in the Bank spot. You had Finn, you had Seth, and then you had Sammy. Another, like the matches on this show were great. They were amazing.
It seemed like.
Yeah. The Liv match was kind of, there were some rough spots, but everything else was amazing. Really well done show, top to bottom. This match was great. I was a little sad.
Oh, you left during the promo between Bird Lady and the other lady about the husbands.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Please. I didn't hear this. So
yeah, I don't know. Me and Capella were just like, why are they bringing husbands into this? Like, you're a female wrestler. You do you. Who cares who your husband is?
They failed the Bechdel test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
That's like in a movie where it's like if you have a scene with two women, they should not talk about men in any capacity. But most movies, when they have scenes with two women,
they talk about men.
They talk about men.
A man always comes up in conversation.
Yeah, because they can't just be serious wrestlers without having a male entity that has literally nothing to do with what they do. In there, it made me angry. Not gonna lie. I'm sorry, we're not bringing wives into any of the guys' matches. Like occasionally, I won't say it never happens, but that's not a main storyline.
No.
And like, I'm like, what are we doing? What they're more than this.
I'm glad
they main evented shit. Why are we here?
Yeah.
I'm, that would make me not a wrestling fan as a female. Just saying. Throw that out there.
Totally understandable.
Fire the booker.
I'm just saying they are great all on their own without their husbands being a part of the storyline.
Very true.
They can also hate each other without that. Just saying.
So I don't know if you heard, but we said that in the arena, you could not really understand the Judgment Day segments that were happening.
Okay.
So we didn't really know what was going on. I did pick up on the fact that Liv blamed Roxanne,
her lady,
the bigger lady.
Raquel.
The backup lady.
Raquel, yeah. Blamed her for the loss.
Oh.
Instead of the
chicken nugget lady.
The chicken nugget lady.
Mm-hmm.
She won. Chicken nugget lady.
Yep. She won. She won on the pre-show. Which brings me to my other point. Top 5 most over people in the building. Number 1 by a fucking mile, Jey Uso. Number 2, I would say CM Punk.
Oh yeah.
Number 3, I would put probably at Penta.
Yeah, I would agree.
Number 4, which shocks the hell out of me, Austin Theory.
Dude.
On the pre-show. The guy in the tag match that everybody was going absolutely crazy for.
I must have blanked out on that one.
I mean, it was early out. It was a long night, folks, It was a long but
maybe I went to the bathroom at that point.
I was
no, I went to the bathroom at the end.
I was like, this motherfucker's over. Holy shit.
He is somebody who has been in limbo for the past few years. And I don't really know why. The only thing I can assume is, number 1, he was too much of Vince's boy.
Right.
Because he was getting a big push.
He was getting the Vinnie Mac push.
Under McMahon. Yeah. I mean, he beat Pat McAfee at Mania.
Right.
And then the following year, he beat John Cena at Mania.
Yep.
And then after that, he just fizzled.
And now he's on the pre-show.
But then also, him and Grayson Waller, the first SmackDown Tag Champions of the new era.
Right.
And so I can either assume that he was too much of Vince's boy. He got popped for something and they did not disclose it to the public.
Okay.
Or people just think people backstage just hate him. That's because he's been over. He when he was going out and doing the selfie thing where he was beating guys and then taking a selfie with them when they were all knocked out and stuff. That was great. That was great shit.
That's good stuff.
That's silly.
And that helped him get over. And then for whatever reason, he just kind of, man.
Well, he got put in that tag team with Mr. Beast. And then, it just...
What?
That guy looks just like Mr. Beast.
Oh, okay.
And
I was like, did I miss something?
I was like, did I miss something?
And it's died ever since. So, I don't know.
It's not been great.
But that main event, and then you had the finish with Dom sliding in the chair and costing Finn the match, which I think there was a reference to a chair earlier in the night, but we couldn't fucking hear between the two of them. So that was interesting. I was sad.
I feel like we did miss a lot of whatever we were supposed to know from the package for the run-in spots. I think it would have made more sense what was going on. Could we hear it?
I was sad we did not get to see Braun Breaker run.
No, that would have I missed
which would have been a highlight.
Although it was a short run, so it would have been a short run.
The setup was disappointing.
There was not a stage.
There was no stage.
I saw that it was the L.
Yeah, they had the L. The pyro was just this one box that was hanging above the aisleway where either fire or something would come out of it if they had, you know, like.
Although
Penta
Revan loved it. He just kept going, there was fire.
I mean, he didn't. He's never seen anything different. So like it was amazing.
We were leaving. We were like, dang, it was so hot in there. He's like, yeah, because they had fire.
I mean, hey, the experience can only go up from here forward.
You know, and that's the thing. It's like
I thought it was great.
It was a wonderful, wonderful show. Lots of memories, lots of good stuff. And then you've got, you know, Seth Rollins going in the Money in the Bank with Penta, which is interesting.
I don't feel like that match got a whole lot of reaction.
The last one?
Yeah.
I think people were tired.
I was gonna say, I feel like it got less reaction than I thought it would.
Well, I think people were.
I also went to the bathroom for half of it, so.
I think people were expecting more because there were so many people at ringside.
Okay.
And when they didn't really get involved until.
No, they were there and they did little things, but it wasn't.
Well, that's the thing. Like, nobody bought that, like, the finish was going to happen until they got involved. So, like, any type of false finish, like, everybody knew, like, no, this is horseshit. Right. It's like when Michael Cole says, for the win. Like, everyone knows it's bullshit.
I will say, I did see a couple of the sequences in the match, and they look pretty good. Like, when they did Finn misses the stomp, Seth curb stomps him, Sammy hits him with a haluva kick in the corner. I was like, that was well timed and well placed.
Yeah, no, like that's the thing. I've been saying this for a while now. Like, the match quality now, like, you don't see bad matches usually. I remember, and I was thinking about this when I was my boy's age, right? And I went to my first Monday Night Raw.
How much garbage you had to sit through?
I saw LOD versus the Thrashers.
Or the Headbangers?
Or the Headbangers, yeah. The Headbangers, which is atrocious. I saw the Little People wrestle.
Oh.
And
did they get paid?
I mean, I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
And I just remember, besides the cage match, the rest of the show was garbage. Was absolute garbage. It's not even close to compare.
We got some production now too. Like,
oh yeah, the production's insane. Like, I will say,
we were watching the drone go around the stadium.
You could see the drone, you know, that sort of thing. It is a little strange when, like, you can tell when they're at commercial, right? Yeah. It's pretty obvious. And the one that's really strange is like when they did Dragon Lee's entrance.
Oh, that was so awkward. I feel like the crowd did not know what to do.
Yeah,
we were like, "What's going on?"
He did his entrance, where he began his entrance, walked halfway down the aisle, stopped, all the lights went out in the arena,
and then like nothing happened.
And then nothing happened for about a minute, and then lights come back on. He's still standing right in the aisle where he was with the camera in front of him. His music hits. We're back live. Like, they literally shut all the lights off for the commercial break while the dude was making his entrance, and then came it back on for him to finish it after the commercial.
It did like a little,
it was strange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean like, they did like a little video package thing on the Jumbotron, but the lights were off. It was really strange.
Well, it was different because it was the same thing with Liv later on. Yeah. But while she was in the ring, they just let her music go and she just antagonized the crowd while it was during commercial.
Yeah. That made a lot more sense.
Yeah. Where they're like, no, Dragon Lee, you hit that mark and you stop and you freeze and we're shutting all the fucking lights off.
Well, I think it's because she made it to the ring.
Right. I mean, he was supposed to come back and
she just did a couple more loops when she got to the ring.
It's just weird that they didn't let him do the entrance. And then when they come back from commercial, all three of them are in the ring. Like, that would have made way more sense.
Yeah. Or like cut it as he's like just like a quarter of the way away from the ring, and then cut to commercial. Go
and black. Then he's like right at the
and then he's in the ring, and then the bell rings once they come back from commercial.
Totally.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it was really awkward.
It was really strange. So like some of that was weird.
The crowd did not want to know what was going on.
Yeah, it was just like, would power go out?
Oh yeah, what happened?
Power surge? I don't know what happened.
Well, I think the other thing was people weren't expecting him to continue with the entrance.
Yeah.
Like it was like he stopped mid-entrance and then everything went out and then it came back and we were supposed to be the same hype as if the entrance had just started and it's like, but like
that kind of kills
we
the
were
buzz.
dead for a minute
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Very strange.
The hype was not the same.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, it was an excellent time.
Yeah.
Even though I had to pay aftermarket prices, which was a whole fucking thing. I'm so glad I did it. It was so worth it. But I will say, like, if you're ever thinking of going to one of these shows, get your tickets early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, get them early, get them fast.
Yeah. Now, did they do anything post-show?
No.
Okay.
So the show ended with CM Punk laying out Rollins,
Right?
Which was enough to send the people home happy. Like, they didn't even do a promo.
Oh wow, that's
people were waiting though.
People were waiting, but like,
because I was like, "Are we going?" And then like half the people were leaving, and the other half were glued to their seats, like something else was happening. And I was like, "Are there end scene?"
Yeah, I was like,
is there something going to happen?
You saw the
here?
credits up on the screen, like you know how they do the credits after the show, but I was waiting for like the post promo.
Yeah, at the very least, like they
something
usually
to
have
go
a
home
guy
happy,
like,
right?
Thanks for coming out. Yeah,
and
beautiful.
But when they're still playing Cult of Personality, and I see a crew of people come and break down the announce table, I'm like, we're going the fuck home.
Yeah.
Like we're getting the fuck out of here. So.
Wow.
Yeah, that was it.
And it was not a bad like getting out.
No, it
like
wasn't
last
bad.
time. No, there were multiple parking lots spread out all across the campus, which made leaving.
Yeah, it was at a college
very
campus.
Nice.
So that was interesting.
It wasn't like two large parking lots where everybody's trying to leave. It was like everybody's leaving from individual little spaces, which made leaving so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
But it was a good show.
It was in fact a good
I enjoyed it.
It's all that matters.
Yeah.
As long as you have a good time. As long as everybody's having fun.
Now I'm gonna go back to my moral quandary for Kevin.
Oh yeah, please get Kevin's input because I feel like I'm just not. I can't give him the input that he needs.
Okay.
Right. So I'm having this moral quandary with the boy liking wrestling.
He's having an existential fucking crisis. He was breaking down in the garage earlier about this.
That's my happy place, okay?
Yeah, garage sesh.
So I was having this thing of, does he actually like wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
Or does he like wrestling because he knows that I like wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
And however it works as a kid, you're looking for your parents' approval.
Mm-hmm.
So thusly, you like the thing that they like and hope that by doing that, you'll get the attention from them that you're so seeking. So thusly, he doesn't actually like wrestling. He just wants his love from me, which he already has, but he doesn't know that.
Oh my God.
I told you.
And so I'm like, but I don't want to be that parent that like, you have to like the thing that I like kind of thing. So I'm like, I don't want to push wrestling because I don't want to force it on him, but he seems to like it, but I don't know exactly why he likes it.
It's too much.
Let him figure it out.
What I said. I was like,
you're thinking way too much about it.
Okay.
Let him figure it out.
I just don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be that.
Said, like, we would know if he didn't actually like it. He wouldn't be trying to pile drive the fucking cat in his room.
I think your kids are smart enough to be like, yo, they're weird. Like, we have our own thing.
Yeah.
They've got their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're also not like overbearing, scary parents where like they feel like they couldn't tell us things either. Like, if they really felt a way, they would feel comfortable telling us.
Yeah.
I also feel like our generation, like now that we're of that age of like, there's children, they can walk, they can talk, they can comprehend things, they can make their own decisions.
Mm-hmm.
We're very much still in our own interests. We still very much enjoy our interests and express our love for our interests. So I would imagine that the younger generation would see that and go, oh, wow. Yeah, like this stuff is pretty fun, or it is pretty cool.
Totally.
So
it's gonna be fine. Stop thinking so much.
See,
that's hard.
Now the future crisis is going to be like if he stops liking it. And then you're like, oh my God, how come he doesn't like it? Does he not like me? Did I do something? Was this
no, because I'll be like, that's fine.
And it's a little worrisome when he's trying to do the random wrestling moves, and I'm like, please don't. Please.
Yeah,
please.
see, it's weird because now the shoe's on the other foot, brother.
Yeah.
Like, I'm seeing it from the other side.
No concussions.
It's like a Twilight Zone where, like, I was that kid, and now I'm seeing it from my parents' point of view, and it's scary as shit.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
I feel like this is why I wasn't really allowed to do sports or anything. My mom couldn't handle that.
It's tough.
Not only she didn't have the time to take me to stuff, but like those medical bills are a lot, dude.
Yeah, like, yeah.
I'm not very coordinated either, so.
I found out later in life that I'm not either.
It's okay. It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're special in other ways.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So special.
Shh.
So we anything you want to hit, because like we talked the whole time.
I got nothing.
What's going on with Kevin?
What are you doing? Like, what's happening?
What did you do on this long break that we had?
Yeah, we haven't been on for like 3 weeks.
What did I do? Oh, I had
some cons.
I did a swap meet.
Yeah, swap meet. That's what it was.
Right.
Saturday. Sold some stuff.
Follow Kevin.
Yeah,
there you go.
He's the man.
Yeah.
Boom.
Where is it? There you go. Boom.
Yep.
Yeah. We had another vendor swap meet come up, and so I went over to the Alamo Draft House here in South Austin, hung out for the day, and sold some wares, made some money. I'll tell you what, man. Like, I feel like I'm finally getting my groove in with these things.
Okay.
Like starting to assimilate well.
You've got a few under your belt now. You really know what's going on.
Got to know the drill. Like every swap meet, I'm kind of like, okay, here's what to bring, here's what not to bring. I almost packed I still packed too much stuff.
Right.
Like I still had too much stuff, but I had less stuff than I originally planned to bring. So that was use my noggin there.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, are
you starting to see like the same guys vending and stuff? Like, are you starting to make vending friends?
Yeah, actually. I mean, like it's usually the same group of people.
Well, that's what I figured.
Yeah. And it was funny because like I walked up and like me and one other guy, we were the first people there to like get set up and stuff. I'm just like, hey man, how's it going? He's like, good. He goes, I see you here all the time now. And I was like, yeah. Who are you? Like, what was your name?
Right.
I was like, oh yeah, I should probably start like remembering names.
Totally.
Do you have a business card?
I mean, I do, but it's for something completely
different.
Not
you, him. Like you get his business card. Then you'll remember.
Yeah. I think it's just like, what's your Instagram? And like everybody follows each other.
Right.
But no, I mean, it was a good time. Like it was like 4 hours or so. There was a ton of fucking people that came through.
Really?
And I think because it was at the Alamo. So anytime like a movie ended, you'd have people coming out from the movies and then like walking through, they'd be like, what is this?
Meandering through.
I mean, that's a place to have a VHS swap.
Right?
Christ, right?
And we're just like, yeah, we're selling VHS. You guys sell VHS?
Yeah.
We haven't left the 80s, bro.
Yeah, brother. Like it's the 80s, it's the 90s.
Oh, Dan showed me your sweet find.
What did I find?
Your sticker, bro.
My sticker
on your VHS.
Oh yeah, it's guys. It's been a month.
Yeah.
I have so much to tell you after this.
Oh, okay.
This was dope because I realized I have too many things.
Yes.
Yeah, we all do.
Yes, but after this past weekend, I was like, okay, I think it's time to really take a critical look at the collection.
Sure.
And
real reflection.
Downsize in a big way. So I pulled everything out of the closet, laid it all out. I already had the stuff from the swap meet crated up. So I was like, I don't got like that's all being sold at some point. So I laid everything out and I was looking at it and I was like, fuck. This is a lot of things.
Yeah.
And Christy was in her office doing some stuff, and I literally had like all of the tapes laid out in the upstairs landing. I just kind of say over to Christy, I was just like, you ever just like start a project and then you take that big first step? Yeah. And then you just don't want to do it anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, yep. And I'm like, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Totally.
Managed to get through everything. I ended up with like another crate or so of stuff to sell. And it was one of those things where I had to like really like look, like I said, critically at everything and be like, do I really need this?
Right.
Like, what does this movie mean to me?
You have to
does it spark joy?
Did I watch this? Do I want to watch it again?
Yeah.
Have I already seen it?
Yeah. I was like, is this a movie that I bought because I think it's interesting and I'm interested in watching it? Or is this a movie I bought because it's a VHS and it'd be cool to have an extensive library? So that all stuff went to the side. It's like, this is being sold. And then, but as I was going through stuff, whenever I buy tapes, I always like, pull it halfway out of the sleeve, check for mold, and then just pop it back in.
As you should.
As you should.
Always check
if
for
you're
mold.
Buying VHS, check for mold. I actually checked a lot of stuff that I sold to people this past weekend. And so I was going through and I was checking stuff, and then like there was a movie that I just have had in the collection for a while. And like I had it off to the side because like there were a couple of them that were like had like dirty sleeves and stuff. So I was like doing a double check, and that was one of them. So I pulled it out and I was like, okay, yeah, it looks good. And I flipped it over. I put it back in the sleeve, and I looked down at it, and I was like, huh.
Ooh.
It says RST video.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. This isn't. I was like, this isn't the RST
real.
video, is it? I was like, no shot. I'm like, no shot. So I did a quick Google search just to be sure,
just to verify.
And sure enough, it was RST video from New Jersey, the one that's featured in Clerks.
Did you go frame by frame to see if it's in a shot?
I have not done that yet.
Screen used.
But yeah, same one from Jersey, same one from all the Kevin Smith movies. So I was like, I'm keeping this.
Yes.
And if you sell it, it's going to go way up in price.
If I ever do decide to sell the Jay and Silent Bob collection, that'll be
part of it.
Yeah. So
I mean, it is the perfect movie for, at least the title wise, for it to be a Kevin Smith movie.
What was it called?
So the movie, hang on, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Thompson. So the movie's called Casual Sex with Leah Thompson, Victoria Jackson, Andrew Dice Clay.
Wow.
But many people might know Leah Thompson from Back to the Future. She played Marty McFly's mom.
Is it a comedy?
It's a comedy. Yeah. It's 1988. It's a romantic comedy. Perhaps.
88. That's a good year.
That is a good year.
Yeah, it's a fine year. Yeah. So yeah.
So are you gonna watch it?
Oh, of course.
Oh.
Hopefully your thing doesn't eat the tape.
Oh, dude. I have to crack open the shell to fix the film. I'm like, if it eats the tape, I'm just like, this is how it came. I don't know. I don't know what else you want from me.
It's still part of the collection.
It wasn't meant to be. Oh, well, that was a good find then. Good score.
That's I think that was the big thing that really happened this past weekend, because other than that, we just got some rain.
Yep. It's been raining.
And you had a scorp on your shoulder, I heard.
Oh, fuck. Okay, we can end with this.
Yeah, end with the scorp.
So when the fuck it was like I forget what day I texted you about this.
I can't remember either.
Well, it was a few days ago. I mean, it was last week. It was before the weekend. Just another day for me, just doing some work in the house, working in the office, and then I had to go like drop off a couple packages, do a couple errands. So,
did you check your shoes?
I did. Well, not.
We'll get there. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where, okay, I was up in my office. So like I run down to the bedroom, just change real quick so I look like a decent person and not somebody who just rolled out of bed.
Right.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I mean, there like I go through maybe 2 or 3 outfits a day now.
Wow.
Oh wow,
excessive.
really?
Yeah, like this is my 4th outfit for today.
You're just
Why?
sweating through it? Is that what's the deal?
Well, okay. So like today, for instance, like I had, the clothes I was wearing
You
when I
get
woke up.
swamp ass? Is that why?
Big time. The clothes I was wearing when I wake up.
Right.
And there were the clothes I was wearing, for the first part of my day when I was working.
Okay.
Okay. And then there were
Working
the clothes
clothes.
work
Yeah.
clothes, and the clothes I was wearing when I had to go make a quick trip to the post office.
Okay, post office outfit.
And then I had my lawn mowing outfit.
Oh,
Okay.
you definitely need a specific outfit for that.
Yeah, that's very true. That's
mandatory.
sun safety.
Yep. And I burned the fuck out of my back.
You don't have
Then you don't have the right outfit, bro.
You're supposed to be wearing
You're wearing a sun shirt, an
SPF
SPF shirt.
I didn't know. You know what?
You're in Texas, asshole.
Yeah. There was some cloud coverage.
SPF shirt, dude.
Yeah.
Are you mowing shirtless?
No, but I probably should have. I would have had a good base.
I mean, if you're gonna get yourself burnt, you may as well go shirtless.
Yeah, just go for it.
I mean, you just absorb that Jimmy Buffett cancer.
And then there was, what I had after I got cleaned up, and then I actually just put this on. So it was actually like 5 outfits today.
Wow,
that's a lot of laundry.
He's a model.
Yeah. Well, and like also like I do sweat a lot.
Sure.
I run
We
hot
all do.
still. Yeah. So anyways, so
No,
I changed.
I have a thyroid.
I went.
Sorry. You're making things up for me. I don't
speak for anybody.
You don't speak for me.
I was literally like on my way out the door. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot something upstairs. So take my shoes off, run upstairs, grab it, come back down, sitting on the little bench we got right in the front doorway area. I'm just sitting there, tying my shoes, humming a tune. And like out of the corner of my eye, like I see like just something brown like on my shoulder. And I think it's like, a leaf from one of the plants we have in the house, like a leaf on up or something like that. And so I was like, what the fuck? Oh, fuck. And it's like maybe like that big, just crawling up my fucking shoulder, like at my face. I was just like, fucking flicked it off, jumped across the hallway.
Of course.
Yeah.
Took everything
for
off.
a second. And I was
Then you had to go get it. Can't let it
then
loose.
I had to go get it. I had to go find it. So
Get your black light out.
Well, I was able to find it.
Okay.
So like I pulled everything out from the area. Like I flipped the bench upside down, moved all the shoes, banged out all the shoes, and then I found where it was trying. Like I forgot I had like a little like package of like soles, kind of like inserts for shoes.
Sure.
I got a little package underneath the benchway, and like I look over and I see it like trying to crawl in there.
Oh.
So I just like I grab a shoe. I'm just like,
fuck you.
Yeah. And then I immediately called Terminex. I was like, I need you here now.
Now. Yeah.
Burn the house down.
So I'm unfamiliar with the severity of a scorpion sting.
I feel like if he got scorped in the neck.
Yeah, if you got scorped in the neck, was that death?
No. So it's not like a black scorpion.
Okay, it was a brown scorpion.
Yeah. So like, let me see.
That's like the brown recluse is the deadly one, but the wolf spider's the good one.
Yes. Yeah. Red and black, your Fred Jack or whatever.
So I believe these are your standard bark scorpions.
Yeah, but like if it got you in the jugular, like it's like what?
So
right? Jugular. I don't. That's venom straight.
Yeah, that's
I don't think it really does. Like it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not gonna be good.
It's gonna sting. It's probably gonna be a little bit worse than like if you get bit by a wasp or a hornet. Let me see if I can actually
your neck?
find. I mean, if you get
that
stung
seems
by a wasp
extra dangerous.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's a lot of important things going on here.
Yeah.
They are venomous. Localized pain, swelling, redness, numbness, irritation.
So it just would have sucked.
It would have sucked. I actually almost stung myself with a scorpion once.
Wait, what?
Because I had killed the scorpion, and then I went to go pick it up with some tissues, and because I'm me, when I went to pick it up, I had put my thumb like right where its tail was, and scooped it, and I was like, my thumb hurts now. But it wasn't too bad. Like it just burned for a little bit.
You scorped yourself.
Broom and dustpan, brother.
Broom and dustpan. But hey, now
you know.
I mean, Terminex just came out today. Had spray all around the house. I picked me up some scorpion traps.
Scorpion traps.
I got
a scorpion trap.
It's just it's like a
sticky thing.
Yeah, it's like a sticky thing. You
sticky trap.
And then I got myself a big ass canister of Scorp spray.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I already sprayed half of it out.
Well, I mean, it's there to be used.
And then I think I'm gonna pick up one of those bug guns.
A what?
A rice gun?
Or no, like the salt guns.
Oh, the salt guns. Yeah.
It's like a little like shotgun. You just kind of like
fill it with salt.
It just shoots like salt pellets at it.
Is that mean
that would really fuck up a slug?
Yeah.
Oh, we got slugs too.
Mm-hmm. You had one explode on you.
Yeah, I stepped on a slug during Easter.
How'd that work out for you?
It exploded all up my leg. It was
disgusting.
I saw one crawling up this, like a big one crawling up the side of our house today. It's like, I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah, I mean, it's nature.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. If you don't have like a garden outside, it's like irrelevant. Like you're not gonna eat it. You don't have pets, and you don't have a garden out there with like veggies. You're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Nature.
Eat it up. That was my weekend.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do the things that we should have done at the beginning of the show, but we didn't. Make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell so that you never miss an episode of this wonderful, wonderful free TV show. And so there's Kevin and me, and then our special guest Blakely K.
That's me.
Yeah. Give her a follow over on the Instagram. And
I don't talk wrestling over there.
No, but you will see some amazing rave wear, and you can go to blakelyk.com for all your rave wear needs.
Yep.
Doesn't just have to be rave wear.
Yeah, I mean, you got bucket hats
with stashes in them.
Go get yourself a bucket hat.
Stuff
dope
safe.
bucket hats.
Dope bucket hat. Also, you can go over to TeePublic, get yourself a goddamn t-shirt, Brain Wreck TV merch from all of our things that we do. There's stuff from our Christmas special. There's stuff from just things Kevin says randomly that I make shirts of.
Yeah.
All sorts of fun things. Go get merry, give joy.
Did you get more of the Blockbuster one, Kevin?
Not yet. We're gonna be getting some more soon.
We're gonna be hawking those at the swap meet.
I love this idea.
I've gotten compliments like every time I wear one of those Brain Wreck video shirts.
You just put a couple of them on the table, and you never know.
You never know what's gonna happen. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so for this week, I've been Jason Axe.
I'm Kevin Graham.
I'm Blakely K.
And this has been your show.